Clear the throat, check the face, get ready for the show. Showtime, everybody. Frankie MacDonald coming on soon with Brandon Houck and crew. So this is me talking to you currently about the storm situation in British Columbia, and we do have some severe storms going on. It's some awesome storms. One person saying that they hadn't seen anything like this in Kamloops in many years. That's always subjective. You know, maybe something happened on the other side of Kamloops that, storms are tight. But, those are meaningful statements. So I'm just doing my quick share around, trying to make sure I can get as many people on to the stream as possible before we start going at the details, because what's the point in talking to no one, right? So that's the thing that I'm trying to do, is share this around. Come see the show. Yes, severe storm warnings going on. These are powerful storms, damaging even, right? So look out. It looks like they're heading out of Kamloops now, mostly up that Highway 1 corridor and beyond. So there are lots of reasons to be concerned still. Fire starts, lots of heat in the forecast. I thought maybe we were through the crest of fire season. I thought maybe we were through the crest of storm season, but this doesn't appear so. And we have days lined up still, starting yesterday, and some places getting hit in the same place again and again and again. Notably, outside Princeton, they've had just a crazy amount of lightning and severe weather there over the last bunch of days. So, yeah, definitely concerning. BC Storm. I have a Twitter account. If you ever want to go find me on there, Interior Weather 1, and that's Joey only, Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers. If you have only found me through the YouTube, you can also find on Facebook if you live in British Columbia. It's not really a Facebook group for everybody out there, unless you're a real storm nerd and want to just keep your eyes on what's going on in BC. But Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers is our Facebook group, and I have 15,200 members on there. So it's been going strong for a long time, and I developed quite a reputation for just knowing where to look, I guess, and what I'm looking at and what's going on. So do my best for everybody to be your weatherman so much as I can. Severe weather, British Columbia. Just putting some hashtags on there, and then we're going to get ready to go right away here in a second. So thanks for bearing with me. That's always the boring part at the beginning. But hey, there's also that time where you can kind of look and say to yourself, hey, I can share this too, and let people know what's going on. So I'd really appreciate all the support I can get in growing this channel, making it something that people want to come around and see. Right? So 2 more hashtags: thunderstorms, wildfires. Okay. Good enough. Let's get rolling here. So, situation is happening. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you back again. Situation is happening. It's happening in BC right now, and we're going to look at all of it. So, without much further ado, share screen. I'm sure people from the Meteorological Report will be coming on sooner than later. So, look forward to a couple hours here of, well, whatever you want. So, thunderstorm warnings are still in effect in Nicola. This warning's an hour old. Up to nickel-size hail, strong wind gusts. They were located in the line from Copper Creek to Kamloops to Monty Lake and Westwald. I always thought that name was funny, Westwald. These severe thunderstorms will continue to move northwards. Communities along Highway 5 north of Kamloops, McClure, and along Trans-Canada Highway east of Kamloops, including Chase, will be under these severe thunderstorms in 30 to 60 minutes. So I imagine quite soon there will be an update on some of these severe warnings. North Thompson, says the exact same thing. Shuswap's going to say the exact same thing. So these are overlapping, right? Similkameen, this might be different. Nope, says the exact same thing. And South Thompson's going to say the exact same thing. So we have really one line of thunderstorms that they're especially concerned about. And it's definitely this bunch right here that's broken off. But notice that we still have activity down here, again, near Princeton. And this has just been going off. Like, I don't know what the lightning count is in this area up to Lillooet and across. And then there's been some activity here in the past 24 hours. There's been some activity here in the past 24 hours, a little bit in the Caribou Mountains, not too much, and some scattered but well-developed thunderstorms in other places going on right now. So where are those? Well, we can get to, hey, Sean Hawley, super windy here in Armstrong, no rain or lightning yet. Hey, good point about the wind. The wind's calmed down here in Wells, finally. I just looked out the window and noticed it's still. And all day long, that has not been the case. All day long, we've had really, I don't know why it's got me pinned for Terrace. I've barely ever been there. I do have friends there. Like to go hang out in Terrace. So let's skip right to weather and radar right now. I should, oh yeah, popping off on this long line. So really, it stretches from south of Boise, Idaho. Here we go, a quick update. So such as from Boise, Idaho, but there's even more down in Wyoming. So this sort of line is rather large. There's triggers along there and a lot of heat. Up into Montana, Missoula, starting to see some. Into Idaho, as I said, north top of Idaho, and then for the most part, nothing in Washington and Oregon at this hour. And our main storm, of course, we have huge lack of coverage right now because Environment Canada hasn't got their new, oh, I hate my drawings, hasn't got new satellites up. I'm actually a very good drawer, but on this sort of pad, and I always end up using my right hand for it because I end up clicking my left on the buttons, and I'm left-handed, and I can use my right fairly good, pretty ambidextrous. But we have no radar coverage in these areas, and you know, I should make like a joke about it, like, well, I don't have the. You should support my channel and donate money to me so that I can get radar coverage in these areas, and hopefully, if you donate enough money sometime this fall, well, I'll be allowed to show you those radars too. You know, like just completely be a scam artist and lie, but that's not me. There's some lightning outside Chase up in the hills. See down by Monty Creek. This is trying to stretch over to Salmon Arm. Pretty good cell sitting in the hills here. So very strong. I don't know if it's going to maintain its severe status or not for long, but we'll see. But this guy down by Princeton, that's popping up almost in the same place that it's happened, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 times over the last 2 days now, since yesterday morning sometime maybe, or there's been quite a few storms that have come out of there, and they've all been pretty strong. This one, it's a little bit more to the right, a little bit more eastward of where those ones have been. Princeton may actually finally see this storm. So most of those have tracked straight north, and they've all sort of started in Hope Manning Park, and they've kind of tracked like so all these different cells. And well, that's how this started, right? It started there earlier today and popped off, and now in behind we got a brand new one out by Clinton. So we don't have it covered in the Caribou, but we also know it's pretty nice out. Although the sudden change of wind makes me think that perhaps some convection's ready to pop finally. I know that there's some Cape values expected to be pretty high in this area at this time. this is pretty nice. So probably getting some heavy rain in there along the Trans-Canada corridor. Chase, you are about to get slammed. And the gust front, I don't know where it exactly is, somewhere in here. This is a bit of a falsie. So probably there's a strong gust front along here. It has been pretty windy today. That's what I was trying to say earlier, but I got distracted. And the winds coming down was, I'm looking out my window now going, whoa. But I've been concerned about some of that wind at the surface level in BC because of, well, it's wildfire hour right now. Somewhere along there's probably the gust front, which is kicking over people's lawn chairs and things like that. And we have a bit of an arc, so it definitely, we might see this area strengthen, I would think. It's kind of breaking off a little bit. So as this guy might be, well, we can get a better idea maybe in its directions. Do two things. First of all, we could rewind and watch the last little while. And see how these storms have been, how the line's been shifting and changing. Oh, drinking a grape pop right after you brush your teeth is nasty. Enjoy my suffering. But look where that lightning's been triggering off. Let's go again. Do it again. So the storm morphing as it moves, but that one's really sticking down in the valley. It was, and then it lost some power. It's probably going to reform itself up in that provincial park there, those high mountains that I really want to climb sometimes. Actually, that's not it. What I'm thinking of is up here. Sorry. That's going towards Sun Peaks. How silly of me. So yeah, we see this line wants to come at Chase from your directly from your south. The cell might get pretty angry. It might hit that. It might trigger for a minute as it gets to the slow land, the heat, and might have a couple minutes that are pretty exciting there, especially as the front moves in. So that's right about right outside Nisconlith, probably right now. Let's see who's talking. Mozilla. Very still outside of Not Chill. Where's Not Chill? Called in an air tanker near Forest Grove, Jennifer Cosman says. Not Chill. Someone clue me in on that one. Often I know where all these little nooks and crannies are, but sometimes I'm like, what? Earlier today we had one of those. So if you're new to the channel, check this out. You can help me by the algorithm. The algorithms are, the more that people hit and touch stuff on your page, the more that YouTube's like, oh, this guy, people actually look at him and he's legit. So you can hit this. Don't hit this one that says dislike. Stop doing that to me. Okay, hit this one that says I like this, right? That's good. Good of you. And then you can hit share. And then over here, I mean, no one does it, but you could leave show your support by showing support. Okay. Refresh. Nobody messaging me. Oh, Imogen sending me videos. Streaming right now. So that's 4 videos I gotta put together for Imogen. Imogen Cookie Bailey, regular on a meteorological report. So there's a little bit of business going on because I do have Frankie, MacDonald, and crew coming in quite soon. So here we see how that storm's been kind of moving along that front. And not a lot of action in the Caribou. Pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. Maybe something will still start rising up. I mean, I've seen some signs that look like here and there, but it's been strangely quiet. And Caribou maintains severe watch. However, the ones anywhere north of Caribou zone has been dropped. So they're not expecting if storms get up there to be particularly. But yeah, I see there's still Caribou and all these other yellows, and here's some reds and red alert. And okay, just to see quickly if there's been any updates. No, no update. So cool. That's why you're watching me, I guess. Thank you for watching me. I really have nothing else to do in my life. Although, if you were watching the live stream earlier today, you would have seen that uh, been privy to the phone call I got from one of the companies who would like me to be a crew boss, and I'm definitely right outside the lake there in Chase. So you're getting there now. Yes, the other thing I was going to look at was the satellite quickly, and just see if we can get kind of a look on the shape of this. So here you go. It's wide ranging area of just ugliness, and within that embedded is this one line of storms trying to go off. Looks like there's some others that would really like to pop in off the flanks. Looks like there's some others like to blow up along Quesnel Lake. Hasn't done much up by Blue River yet, but they got some billowiness to them. And we have this new guy again down there. So Hope Manning Park and surrounding areas. So that's the visible. That gives us an even better. That was the blue. This is the visible. It gives us an even better look. Some of this may be some smoke from forest fires, right? So we do have a little bit of that going on. Infrared. Here's our area, and this is what you're seeing too is this, our storm somewhere, our line somewhere in here is that convection's just blowing the top off of it, and so there's a humongous animal, and it's relatively, it's not been moving very fast, right? And then same with the new guy that's showing up near to me, humongous animal popping up, and then same with down here, we got some pretty big ones. Nelson looking like some of the cells in the mountains there might want to flicker and flash a little. Between Quesnel and so that's on your way to Alexandria there. First time we've seen anything that looks kind of juicy in the Caribou. And that looks like nothing so far. However, give that 45 minutes to an hour, that might start to pop and start looking more like these guys, right? And then you might see some guys all in this area because we got a couple small ones flashing around. Flashing around. Severe warning still on. For how long, I don't know. Yeah, when you see where these storms are, then you see the cloud images, you're like, holy, uh, so many of these, you know, this is sort of where they are at the core, but then there's this huge area where the anvil's hitting that as high as it can go and then just shooting out. So behavior that we didn't see so much yesterday. There's a little bit of a cap on how things could grow. Today it seems to be a lot more ready to pop. Pop, pop, pop. So, any questions going on? Hey, cool. Lots of people talking. Um, okay, wow, I'm behind. I think Caribou is going to get Saturday rocking hard. Ariana Burton, hope all's well. Those videos of a new firefighter, right on. That's great. There's firefighting and also some educational videos, and then there's some me giving educational talk to some firefighter recruits, things like that. So there is some resources on here that if you enjoy my sort of take on fire season, you can use, and that's great. I'm looking at maybe getting sent to Mackenzie or something like that, and I've been trying to hold out, but I gotta make money. So there's other things I've been trying to do with Valley TV News. Things are slow, and that's okay. Going away for 2 to 4 weeks. Yeah, so Cody, the storm is just hitting there. Good. It's barely moved over the last hour. It exactly. Yeah. And it's really you for some reason you've been in an area of triggering where things have just wanted to happen there again and again and again. I just want to keep checking to see if there's been any changes. So there's been the South Thompson's been dropped. This means there's probably uh, an update as well. So there will be an update temporary, momentarily, is what that says. Yeah. When it says nothing for a severe warning, just check again in 5 minutes, and they'll be telling you stuff, right? So did I get everyone aware of the stream? More people, the better, right? So I'm trying to do something here. So we'll check in again in a few minutes to make sure those severe warnings are continued. So we'll see what they have to say about them exactly. Chase, you're about to get slapped. It's already there. It's already there. It's kind of moving off Sun Peaks already. It's picking up some momentum and starting to move this guy. And then they've continued for Smilkameen, and that can only be this guy here. So that's south, straight south. That's the highway down to the border. So if you're driving, if you're on Highway 3 and you're coming around, and you're looking down that direction to the Cascades, you're going to see some pretty intense lightning going on. I think we're not seeing it on the Blitzer Tongue lightning detector, but I'm sure if any of you are looking at your Environment Canada and you're looking at your Weather Network ones, they are sort of better in some senses. But this has a nice radar and lightning together. I appreciates that. And pretty soon, once all these radars are established back in place, we're going to have such cool coverage for so many of the things happening in BC, and I really look forward to it. So, yes, more money must be invested into Environment Canada. It's got lots of great people working for it. That's Lisa. You're seeing some cells starting to bubble now. just outside of Blind Bay. But that's just these little pop-ups, and these popcorns probably want to get sucked into the bigger show here. And look, it's right on Shuswap Lake now. Starting to rain heavy on the Highway 1 corridor. Probably pounding directly over Nisconleth, the bulk of this. I'm going to see a little bit of a front now as so yeah, look out. That's going to be pretty exciting in there. That is definitely still severe. Those purples, they tell you that the cloud is angry. It's angry. So let's see if there's an update. Yes, good. So what is it saying here? Uh, Nicola, at 6:42 p.m., nickel-sized hail still possible. Strong wind gusts. We talked about how strong those could be today. Maybe as high as 80, 90. Maybe at the front, maybe in behind the storm. There could be just momentarily places that get completely trashed suddenly. That's sometimes how the wind comes out of these storms, sudden downdrafts. These storms have evolved into a line from Pennask Summit to Chase and will move slowly eastwards. So there's a bit of a change there too in the direction that they're expecting. And slowly that front, right? So look to me like this guy is moving fairly quick. No, I'm gonna stop guessing. Moving slowly east now, so that's a change. So that'll be for Nicola and Shuswap and Similkameen. You're gonna have a brand new one. 5:51 p.m. So like an hour ago. That doesn't make sense. Nickel-sized hail, heavy rain. 5 kilometers west of Highway 3, south of Copper Mountain. The severe thunderstorms moving eastward very slowly may impact Mountain and Highway 3 in 60 minutes. So this guy's moving on in chase. Got some more activity lighting flashing up. Boom. So it just got a little bit angry in there. Our guy down by Chase. Again, this is an area that's been hit quite a bit. Stump Lake. How many times have we looked and seen Stump Lake? Chase. Right down by the lake or the high. It says it maybe hit the lake. So maybe 2 forks on the lake. And another guy up on, well, you see there's summits here, these hills. You got Forestry Road down here, right? So down the side of this hill, it's probably pretty wooded. That's a lightning strike of note. Strong burst picked up by the detectors. Pretty soon we're going to have Frankie and crew. He's always very prompt. Lots of lightning on radar scope. Barely any precipitation in this Princeton storm. The reason why it's not dropping anything is everything's still going up. So at some point it may change its attitude, especially now that we're getting to 7 o'clock sort of time, right? Where typically you'd expect to see storms start to lose some of their energy, or over the next hour and a half. So last night it was like maybe 8:30. We seen the storms. There was like a moment where they really started to just transition, and they were quite active up to that point. So maybe over the next hour and a half we still have some some very, maybe it just keeps cycling mostly up. At some point, maybe it'll cycle down, or it might stall temporarily, jumping from hillside to hillside, but it's not moving. So I love when people are giving me comments. Yeah, ugly in Princeton. Who's on with us tonight? Well, definitely Brandon's back uh, from his very short vacation. I'm definitely going to make jokes about that. The guy went to PEI for like 4 days, and back, to Alberta. Make sure those guys are on. So yeah, I don't know about that 551. Maybe they mean 651. Maybe there's a typo there. Come on, people, get your shit together. Budget's so low they can't even afford a guy to get edit. I'm gonna close my window so you can stop hearing trucks go by. I got a diesel. Look at me. So that's the first time I've seen some lightning in a while down here. Let's see where exactly that's. Somewhere near Beaverdale. Rock Creek. Well, why do I want to find out exactly? Because I got a story. Kettle River, Big White Mountain. Yes. Mullins Hill. So very close. Doesn't want to show us Beaverdale on here, I guess. So somewhere up here, one of these two hills, it's called Curry Mountain, not to be confused with Mount Curry. And I believe, though, probably has name from the same route, which is Arthur Curry, who is World War One leader, Canadian Forces, Canadian First Division. And guy kicked a lot of ass. So had a fire there in 2018. I fought on top of Curry Mountain, and first we got sent down to Karamias. We got there, and it was all weird because there is we got there like 3 in the morning. I slept till like 6:30. Then I woke up and after leaving Wells, and I was like, it was hot already, and it was like looks like the desert, and there was all these Mexicans firefighters, and they were like all standing at attention and like ready to go, and I was just like, how far did I drive last night? Where am I? And then we went in and talked to so and so guy that is telling everyone what's going to go on, and operations tells us actually we don't need you here. There's a new fire that just started up on this Curry Mountain. Make sure you have 4 days of provisions. There's no food up there. And we got up there and there was like basically no food, no water. We slept on this mountainside, and a couple 100 meters below the fire, which wasn't too active after we sort of stomped it the first day or two. And by the time we left, it was completely dead. I think they left a couple guys to babysit there. That wasn't us. We got moved on. So 4 days, and it was so dusty. I was blowing that silt out of my nose. Salmo, 2 strikes near Salmo. Kilchina, well, we got no rain going on there. Just south of Kilchina in the hills. So that's up on the east side of Mount Nicola. That's one you'd probably be worried about. Kilchina just starting to hear that thunder rumbling. That's one you want to be worried about because that's one where there's no precipitation. So if it strikes something that can burn, it's got time to maybe get a bit of a foothold before it gets doused by any moisture. So definitely, and we just had 2 in trail for the first time. That's pretty close to the U.S. border. And these are our guys right here that are still, oops, these are our guys here that are still severe. I think Joe Stover has entered the room.
Here I am.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going, Joey?
How is
How's it going?
your yet another vacation?
It was great. It was just delightful. Thunder Bay is a lovely town, and the drive out there is equally as fun. I just love that Trans-Canada drive out there to Lake Superior. So yeah, it was a great time.
Me too. I love that whole country in Northern Ontario. How come I can't see your face?
Oh,
You haven't
hold
been
on.
horribly mangled, have you?
No, here
There
I
you
am.
are.
Yeah. Zoom had a new update, so I've been having to like do everything all over again to figure it out.
Yeah,
So
I had that a couple days ago. Yeah, the buggers. We're
the
watching severe
buggers.
storms here in BC right now. We got 2 separate severe storms, Joe Stover. You had some storm you were watching today yourself, weren't you?
Yeah, and actually, looks like there possibly may be another band on the way. We don't have the luxury of radar up here, but we're
I
lucky to
noticed.
have all sorts of. I mean, we have the satellite imagery up to date, which is almost just as good because it's pretty easy to pick out some elevation in the cloud, especially when the sun is setting. So the satellite pictures provide a lot of good clarity in that regard. But the we also have the
For
lightning.
people who don't know, Joe Stover is in Churchill, Manitoba, up on
Uh,
Hudson Bay.
that's right. Yep. So Hudson Bay is seeing quite a bit of lightning right now, and there's still some to the north of us. The one that we had earlier this evening kind of came in from the northwest, and just hearing some thunder now. So it looks like we may be in for a little bit. That one band seems to be moving pretty close, that first band to the south, and it appears that we may be getting some more during the show. So we'll see how that goes. Hi, Frankie.
Hi, Joe. I'm doing great so far. Hey, Joey, Angie TV could be a guest on Joey Only Show one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Frankie, anybody you want to invite on who's cool, right? Not just anybody, but anybody who knows about weather and is cool and helps you and whatever, if they're always welcome. So we'll start
Angie TV
recording.
is one of them.
We'll start recording in a couple minutes. I'm surprised Brandon's not early. He must really be on vacation. That's
Brandon's
not
coming
Brandon.
back to work next week.
He's always
He's earned it, though, I'll say.
he's always early for the show. He's always the one I can count on. We just had a lightning strike outside Golden
What about Labor Day
in an area
weekend
where
coming
there's
up in September?
absolutely no
How big the
rainfall
interstate highways are going to
falling.
be?
So that's
How the interstate highways are going to be on Labor Day weekend in the States?
Pretty busy, I would imagine. How fast are you allowed to go on most interstates, Frankie?
85 miles per hour on Texas State Highway 130.
Ooh, not as fast as the autobahn, that's for sure. But
No.
the fastest I've been allowed to go on a highway in Canada is 110 kilometers an hour, and that's you can do that, at least that I've been on Highway 401 in Southern Ontario and Highway 1 west of Winnipeg, and that goes it's 110 kilometers for most of Saskatchewan, eh, Frankie?
And
you can go
the Cookie Owl
120
Highway's
on 90.
120.
Yeah, same with the highway 97 south of 100 Mile House. You can
How fast can you go?
Pretty fast, man, like 120.
Like that you're
That's
allowed to?
Highway 5, not Highway
Yeah.
1.
Oh, wow.
It's Highway
It's like a
5.
full section. Well, no, that's 97 highway I'm talking about, Frankie. There's a whole like 30-kilometer odd section up over the high country between Clinton.
Highway 97C no longer does 120. Now it's back to 110 on Lawrence Highway, Highway 19 from Parksville to Campbell River.
This is 97C. This is 97 Highway 97 proper near 100 Mile House.
100
So
mile an hour house. Heyo.
That's yeah. I just want to have a quick leak and before we start recording the show.
You go ahead and do that. Frankie and I will entertain the pre-show guests until you return.
Let's confirm Brandon's on his way.
Brandon's on his way. Okay, Frankie, while we're on the pre-show waiting for Joey to come back, I'm going to how well do you know your provincial and state capitals? You know them pretty good?
Victoria is the capital of BC. Halifax is the capital of Nova Scotia.
What's the capital of Alberta?
Edmonton.
What is the capital of the Yukon?
Whitehorse.
What is the capital of Nunavut?
Iqaluit.
What is the capital of Ontario?
Toronto.
What is the capital of Quebec?
Quebec City.
What is the capital of Michigan?
And Lansing.
Oh, he gets it. What is the capital of Florida?
Tallahassee.
Tallahassee it is. What is the capital of North Dakota?
The capital of North Dakota is
It's a tough one. You got it. You got it. Say it again.
Bismarck.
Bismarck it is. Bismarck it is. Holy smokes, you're crushing these, Frankie. Just absolutely crushing them. What about world capitals? What's the capital of France?
Paris.
What's the capital of Australia?
Canberra.
Canberra, that's right. What about Denmark?
Copenhagen.
What about Norway?
Also.
Yep. What about Iceland?
Reykjavik.
Oh yeah, and I'll give you just one more because you've just been pounding these out. And I'm gonna try and think of one here. What is the capital of Kenya?
Nairobi.
Boom! Frankie MacDonald. Attaboy. Good man. You just rattle them all off. I love it. Attaboy, Frankie. You done your leak there, Joey? Cough, cough. Yes, yes. Cough, cough.
Yes, I leaked a little. Holy, that bong hit also was strong hit.
Nice.
Blading. Okay.
Oh, was that? Okay, yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. I didn't know we were wearing shades. Pete, should I go and wear my shades?
I'll just wear shades right now. I just woke up. I've been doing all-nighters after all-nighters, so I got sleepy eyes. I'll wear my shades and more styling.
Hey, I like it because your future's so bright that you gotta wear shades. Pete Kalenko.
I appreciate you, Joe Sober.
Ah, my man. Or a Canadian one. I got a Canadian one for him, Joey. Pete wears his sunglasses at night, so
it's like it's on it, like it glitched on my end where it almost sounded like you're like a DJ doing a loop. I can't even hear you. So it's looping on my end. I sometimes do wear my sunglasses at night, though. People are like, why are you wearing your sunglasses at night? So I feel like it.
Okay. If I can catch my breath. We got 2 more people.
If we're not recording yet, I'm going to push these links.
Okay. Good morning, Prince George. Good afternoon, Winnipeg. This is the Meteorological Report. I'm Joey Only. Comedy plus meteorology equals Meteorology. It's currently the 11th of August that we're recording the show, and there's severe storms going on in British Columbia. 2 of note that we are following tonight. And I'm here with, oh, I'm still coughing. I'm here with the whole meteorological panel. And that so far includes Pete Galenko, Joe Stover, and Frankie MacDonald, our man in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Yes, you are hearing this. I'm sorry. Oh, gosh.
Gosh.
That's, yeah, that's an edit in the final product.
Need somebody behind you just whacking your back or something.
Oh, yeah. I got that one hard on my lungs. And I think I've worked it out.
Good man.
You're hearing the show on CFR 88.7 FM, CKUW 95.9 FM, Winnipeg, and Prince George. Welcome, everybody. And we will have Frankie MacDonald here momentarily on with us. We've been watching these severe thunderstorms that are going on. And, well, it continues. It continues here in BC. And I think Saturday is going to be another day. But we are now expecting thunderstorms every day here. So
it's exciting.
Yeah, well, it is, but it's not because of the wildfire situation right now, right?
Well,
So
there's always that.
it's been very dry, and we're getting lightning in places where there's not any rain going on, repeatedly in some areas. So Frankie's been having trouble with his internet. He's somewhere probably outside A&W. We got a very, very strong line of storms still going on in BC right now. So we're having trouble getting Frankie in here. That's okay. How you doing, Joe? Why don't you start talking? Talk to us about your storm today. Talk to us about your trip.
Yeah, well, I had just got back from Thunder Bay. Was out there for a wedding of my good buddy Aaron and Tavia Swerdlick. So congratulations to them. Yeah, it was pretty good. Good trip. I didn't unfortunately get to see any really any active weather while I was there, except one Tuesday evening last week in Winnipeg while I was golfing.
Did you see me?
There's the man.
Joey, did you unmute?
I'm here.
Hey, Joe,
there's
did you
Frankie.
see my face?
You've been having some trouble getting yourself online there, right, Frankie? But you're.
I can see your face, Frankie.
We can see your face, Frankie. Your wonderful
Did you
face.
Did you see a video of me?
So, Frankie, seen videos of you. Yep. Thank you for sending us some videos. We'll be using them for the show. Frankie, have you seen any weather?
Oh, and there he goes.
Yeah, we lost him again.
Well,
okay,
I'll keep on going. Sure. Yeah, I guess I saw a little bit of active weather last week when I was golfing just south of Winnipeg. I was just south of Winnipeg in Lorette, and just to the north of us in Selkirk, they were getting hail. So it wasn't, I did sort of get to see active weather, but I didn't get to really do anything about it because I was stinking up the golf course. So, but I did get to see some active weather today in Churchill, which was really, really cool. We really weren't expecting anything in terms of thunder or lightning. We were expecting maybe a few showers here and there later tonight, but around 5:30 this evening, I kind of heard the wind outside get remarkably stronger. So I just poked my head out, and sure enough, it was a cell that was just kind of developing. And
hi guys, I'm doing great.
Oh, there he is. He made it.
I'd like to introduce the Joey only.
Hey, how are you?
What's happening,
welcome
brother?
to the show. This is a meteorological report, comedy and meteorology, sir. What's your name?
Rob McLeod.
Well, welcome. We're broadcasting out of British Columbia and
Wow,
on the air in several cities.
nice.
How long you known Frankie?
I've seen him around. We're not close, but I see him around for the last 20 years.
Oh yeah, okay. So you've seen lots of Frankie.
Yes, and online, of course. You know his presence.
What's your favorite thing at A&W right now?
My buddy's grabbing 2 chubby chickens, and I saw Frankie here doing doing a little webcast or something. I said, Frankie, can I do a little selfie with you? And he says, yeah, sure, but I'm doing an interview right now.
Yeah, that's how it rolls.
That's how it rolls, man.
Getting the chubby chickens. Interesting.
Nailed it. Thanks, Frankie.
And the weather in Sydney, Nova Scotia is cooler right now, but it's drier and cooler. It was wet earlier.
What's the temperature right now, Frankie, in Sydney?
Right now it's around, and right now it's a decent amount of temperature. Right now it's decent. And did you hear that this Sunday passed with temperatures up to 43 humidex in Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada?
Oh, that doesn't sound like fun. Not my kind of weather. What's our kind of weather, Frankie? What weather do we like?
Really cold in Churchill, Manitoba, Canada, where you're at.
Yes, bye.
Well,
That looked like quite the storm you had there today, Joe. You know, the video, it had some real anchor to it.
Yeah, it was like I said, yeah, it was just so neat to kind of see it kind of branch off. Like I was watching the satellite a little bit earlier, and it just looked like kind of just regular cumulus, thin cumulus, just kind of rolling by, and then just all of a sudden, poof, they just started to build. And yeah, my dog and I, Baker, we hopped in the van and did a little what storm chasing we can in a community that really doesn't have any roads in or out. But it was great. Yeah,
Like
we got
6
super
kilometers of
regular
roads there, eh?
Yeah, well, we have quite a lot of kilometers of roads, but just none that lead out. And then where the storm was headed, it was heading in a south easterly direction, and unfortunately not many roads around here go in that direction. So we went about as far as we could and enjoyed the getting rained on. And yeah, I'm just kind of looking out the window here now and seeing maybe some more that is developing just to the north of us. So Hudson Bay, southwestern Hudson Bay rather, is getting nice and pounded right now. So relatively so, not as pounded as you guys are in BC and some of those videos I've seen Brandon post and stuff like that. But like I've said, up in Churchill, Manitoba, in terms of active weather, we will take what we can get.
Well, and what's nice is you have the whole view from the bay, right? So
Yep.
even when you don't get to chase it, you still get to see it. So let's get to Frankie, because Frankie's the man. Frankie MacDonald in Sydney, Nova Scotia. What's going on in the world of weather this week, Frankie? What's going on in
They're bringing
Canada?
a
What's
lot of
going
rain
on?
in Baltimore and those places. They're bringing a lot of rain all across eastern United States. All the cool weather is going all the way down to Georgia, even Florida. And those places are going to remain hot in Oklahoma and all those places. It's going to turn hot in prairie provinces like Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. There's sometime in the middle of August, it's going to turn really hot in Vancouver, Victoria. They're going to bring lots of thunderstorms all across Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. Bring a lot of rain all across Louisiana, even Houston, Texas. Showers and thunderstorms all across southeastern United States lately. Great Lakes regions turning cooler than average temperatures this weekend. All the way to rain in New York City, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, all the way down Atlanta, Georgia. And all across Europe. It's going to get some warm weather in Europe, too. Causing a lot of rain in Japan and thunderstorms in Japan and South Korea and China and Taiwan to bring a lot of rain there. Lately, they're bringing lots of rain in Thailand and the Philippines and all these places. Not enough typhoons in Japan this year either. So is hurricanes in the Atlantic. And southeastern Australia is cooler than average temperatures. New Zealand's really cold, causing snow up in the mountains. Rain in coast areas, including southern areas of Chile. Bring a lot of rain and thunderstorms in Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Honduras, and Panama, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, and Peru, and the northern Chile is really, really dry. It's the desert areas in northern Chile and southern Chile bring a lot of snow up in the mountains, a lot of rain in southern areas and the coast areas of Chile. And in Argentina, southern tip of Argentina is getting really stormy weather lately. Antarctica's first sunrise will be sometime next week. And McMurdo Station, Antarctica, the first sunrise of the season.
Right on, Frankie. What's going on in outer space?
Lots of asteroids up in the skies. Solar flares are kicking up in the high gear there.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of northern lights in BC lately. I'm sure Brandon's seen some of that too.
And I just found out kids are going back to school down in the States already. And next Thursday, Victorville, California will be going back to school.
Yeah, some of those really far south places, they end their school year early to kind of match when the hottest time of year is. So I noticed that right away when I was down in Texas when I was like 14 or 15. And then everyone's like, yeah, we're going back to school next week. And I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, I still got almost a month off.
Indianapolis went back to school already. Oklahoma, and Indianapolis went back to school already.
Georgia
So
too, eh?
that's those poor kids. I mean, just that's tragic. You hate to see people have to go back to school.
Hate to see it.
So,
And Russia's KHL hockey will be starting up on September 1st. The
well, we
regular
do like
season
to
hockey
see
starts in Russia September 1st.
we do like to see hockey. We do, even if it's Russian hockey. Ooh, those
Sure.
Russians. So, Frankie, what podcast you been on this week?
I was on a podcast called Base Guy Show on Wednesday afternoons at 4 p.m. Atlantic time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Base Guy Show, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And I was on the Compound Media related podcast. I was on the Owen Godzilla podcast as well. And I was on another podcast called a Compound Media related podcast. And plus, I was on the Joey Only show as well. And guess what? This Sunday, Roger the Wild Child Show, Nashville edition comes every Sunday, starting this Sunday, every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Roger the Wild Child Show, Nashville edition on every Sunday night. Then on August 31st, Holly Weird edition of Roger the Wild Child Show.
What
Holly
about
Weird edition starts on every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, 9 p.m.
What about
Central Time?
8 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Roger the Wild Child Show, Holly Weird edition every Wednesday night. They interview those actresses and actors.
Frankie, I got a question for you. Behind you directly is a Ford F-150 pickup truck that's looks like it's getting towed. Can you look behind you and see across the street?
That the vehicle must have broke down.
You think that Ford truck broke down?
Yeah.
Not a Ford
Is there anyone
truck.
there you can? Is there anyone there you can ask, Frankie?
Don't know.
If you see those guys, find out what's going on with their truck.
Yes, I got something else to say. Did you hear about that? Angie TV has joined the Comedian Meteorological Weather Report Instagram group chat.
Okay, I didn't even know there was one on Instagram because I'm not on Instagram. We haven't talked to Brandon Hauk in a little while, Frankie, so maybe we should pop over to Brandon Hauk. We missed him last week dearly. And so Brandon went on what I would call like the attention deficit disorder vacation, where it's like I'm going to go to PEI for 12 hours and do 67 things and not tell anyone until I'm there, and then just everything at once. And then I'm going to come home and then relax and then be late for the show. And because I'm on holidays, Brandon. So you have an interesting way of doing holidays. Tell us about Prince Edward Island.
Well, what I have right here in my hand is dirt from PEI. There it is. That's a little package of dirt I brought home.
Okay, don't snort it.
No, it's
with a baggie like that, go for.
So went on a little trip. I could have stayed longer, but then I would have had to pay more, and I would have had to go to Toronto, and I did not want to go to Toronto. So I decided to go the direct route back and forth for a couple of days. And I did half the island up. I got to go back and do the other half.
Fair enough. So, Brandon, what's been going on since your trip back? You saw some northern lights on the flight.
Oh, yes.
You got some aggressive storms going on in places. Here in BC, it's been flashing like crazy. Talk to us, man. Give us a good old-fashioned Brandon Hauk weather report.
Weather report. Well, I can tell you the weather was actually very nice. I was actually in a heat wave in PEI, and before I went over to PEI there, we were in a heat wave here in Alberta, and then I basically jumped on over to PEI, and I was in a heat wave again. and that only lasted until I left PEI, and now they're in a cooler spell, and they've been rainy through the week. So I hit it up perfect, actually, very much so perfect. Though I probably missed Ron McLean by just a couple of days, but that's okay. So we are.
I've met Ron.
There's a picture of him at the airport 2 days after I was there. I was standing in the spot too. It was weird.
I actually I pushed him down at a concert by accident once.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did he give you a thumbs up though?
You
No,
actually pushed somebody down.
What
I
concert?
heard Mike DeYoung yelled in my ear, "Dude, that was Ron McLean that you just knocked down." I was like trying to fight my way to the bar to get to Mike, and this guy was in and I just kind of, and he just, I guess he sort of tripped and he fell down, and I looked down, and it was Ron McLean, and there he was on the ground.
I could just see him.
And then,
I could just see him on the ground
and
giving
then-
you the thumbs up.
And about 15 minutes later, just so that for sure we knew it was Ron McLean, he got up on the stage at Big Bucks Mountain Lodge in Burlington and introduced 5440, who I had free tickets to see. I would probably never would have gone to a show like that there otherwise. So yes, I pushed Ron McLean. That was the highlight of the show. They weren't a bad band, but you know.
I like 5440.
So Brandon,
Oh yeah.
let's into it.
Yeah, so we had great weather on the island for the days I went on the roller coaster. I went on the roller coaster called the Cyclone. That is a very fun roller coaster, and it's probably the only roller coaster that's named the Cyclone. Had to go on that roller coaster. And then the other funny part was this was at Cavendish, their PEI, and I got a ride ticket to go on the Cyclone because it's kind of walk in, walk out kind of a theme park there. And then I decided, hey, I better go on the go-karts too, because that looks like a lot of fun. So I get in line with the go-karts. There's like 10, 20 people that are driving around like crazy around the whole whole course there. And then I get up to the gate. I'm like first in line behind all these people who are driving around the course, and they all get off the course. And then I had 5 other people behind me. Now, the problem was I got in, my ticket was fine, but the 5 people that were behind me in line, they brought the wrong ticket and they couldn't get on the go-kart. So there's nobody else behind me. So I let me go on the go-karts all by myself. And I was,
That's a bummer.
Once again, around before Christmas, they shut the film industries down. A lot of celebrities, they go home to their families for Christmas. A lot of big actors, they go home for Christmas.
At least you were number one, Brandon, no matter what. You're not first or last. You were first.
Last. I was the only one, but I didn't hit any. Didn't hit any corners. Didn't have to worry about hitting any of the cars. So it was perfect.
That's how I felt when after I dropped out, got my GED. Then I went to boarding school. It was a real small boarding school. Technically, I was the only person that was a senior, so I graduated at the top of my class. I was valedictorian.
You were valedictorian?
Well, there was only like 15 people at my boarding school, or less than that, like 10 people, and I was the only senior. So there was no other seniors. Everyone else were juniors or sophomores. So I was technically the valedictorian and the whatever Somali valedictorian, whatever the hell they called it, second place valedictorian. I was all of them.
Fantastic. See, I was going to make a crack about you taking the short bus to school or being a special ed class or something, but then you just kind of blew my joke by being like the only guy there. Thanks, Pete.
Beat out the competition.
So we just had Noel
Competition.
Chaos from Vancouver onto the show. We've got Imogen Bailey coming on the show. So welcome, Noel Chaos and Imogen Beautiful Bailey to our meteorological report.
Yay.
Hello.
We're trying to get Brandon to talk about the weather, but we were being very sidetracked because of the fact that we all get along so well and just love talking.
Yeah. But yeah, I did get back to the heat wave here in Alberta, and it's been a hot couple of days. We actually got up to 34 degrees today, and we had our block party outside, and it was actually, well, they'll make you wear a black 4 degrees, and I decided to wear the white one today. It's smoking hot, but under the trees, it was very nice today for a block party to feed 150 people today. So that's what I've been doing the last couple of hours. So I've been very sidetracked today, as you can tell. But we also had a few strong thunderstorms develop in the central region of the province near Hamurka Wis. That's right. That's where that thunderstorm developed. It was a severe one. It's still going. It's going into Kindersley now. And we've also had a few strong thunderstorms in northern Saskatchewan today. And we've also had those storms really fire up in the BC interior. Looks like they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the city of Kelowna. So they're going to get hit any minute
That's
now.
brand new. And can you read out whatever you got on that?
Oh, yeah. So I'll read that warning for you if I can find it here.
Warning.
So for Kelowna, and Kelowna's a very nice city. If you ever go there, it's there's a lot of beaches there, and people like to spend their lives outside in Kelowna, and they've just
People like
got
to
this
spend a lot of money there is what they like to do. And if you don't have a lot of money, you're not welcome in Kelowna.
So that would be the
That's my
warning.
experience.
That would be the warning. Don't go to Kelowna if you're poor.
Well, Victoria is much the same.
So,
Just to
so
get
is
there,
the
you gotta
town of
ride a ferry.
Jasper.
Where is this place?
Boy, we're sure trashing a bunch of
Canada,
towns.
man.
Yeah, don't go to Kelowna because it smells weird.
Well, Joel Plaskett, for those that most know who Joel Plaskett is, if you're a Canadian music fan, but he wrote a song once called "I Love This Town." But one of the verses, I'm sorry to interject here, but anytime somebody mentions Kelowna, I have to sing that line from the song. It goes, I played a show in Kelowna last year. They said, pick it up, Joel. We're dying in here. Picture one hand clapping. Now picture half that sound. There's a reason that I hate that town. Anyway,
I've got
go
really
on,
good
Brandon.
friends in
Sorry.
Kelowna. And the last time I was there playing a gig, it was my birthday. And I got to spend some time with a very beautiful woman. And it was a good time. So, I shouldn't knock on Kelowna too much. It's treated me pretty freaking good. So, Brandon, do you have that? Do you have any news for us there?
Yes. So at 7:25 Pacific time, Environment Canada meteorologists track the severe thunderstorm capable of producing strong winds, nickel-sized hail, and heavy rain. Thunderstorms about 15 kilometers west of Peachland, moving slowly eastwards, may affect Highway 97C, Peachland, and West Kelowna in the next 30 to 60 minutes. And remember, lightning kills and injures Canadians via rivers. Thunder roars, it's time to go indoors. Severe thunderstorm warnings are issued when imminent or occurring thunderstorms likely to produce one or more of the following: large hail, damaging winds, and torrential rain. Feels like I've done this before, hasn't it?
So if this isn't a cupcake watch, cupcake watch is when we have all the ingredients for a cupcake. This is a cupcake warning. This is when you have a cupcake. So there's a cupcake coming, Kelowna.
So that's basically the only good thing about Kelowna is that you're whipping a cupcake at it. I mean, I would like to point out that your pleasant memory of Kelowna may have been in less sober days, and I could suggest that perhaps the beautiful woman was a mirror someone had put lipstick on. So Kelowna might not be the lovely place you remember.
No,
it
it
as
certainly
for a
was not.
reason.
But it was definitely in my less sober days. It was definitely in my less
Are
sober
you
days.
sure
I
she
probably
was a
wouldn't find
woman?
myself in those late hours.
Are you
Most
sure it
definitely.
wasn't a mirror?
I don't want to say, hey,
See-
come on. There was a time I was a sexy man.
Oh,
I
no
don't
one's
remember
saying you
when,
weren't.
but it happened.
Sexy
no one's saying
man,
you weren't.
sexy man.
No one's saying that you weren't. I'm just suggesting that in the lack of sobriety, what you thought was a woman may have been a mirror that someone had placed lipstick on, and this may have helped you catapult the run towards sobriety.
Mirror,
No.
mirror on the wall.
Definitely not. That is
That's
not how
what
you
you thought does
Of them
happen.
all.
You can't love another unless you
guys
love
are
yourself.
mean.
We love
Guys are
you,
mean.
Joey, and we encourage
what
your
happens when I-
self-love and sobriety. We celebrate these things with you.
You guys are mean.
And I don't care what anybody says, Joey.
I
You
want to
are-
hear what
you are
Brandon has to
smoking
say.
hot.
That's who
You're
I care
smoking
about.
hot.
You want to hear from Brandon because he can't say anything mean. He's not wired for it.
That's right, Brandon. When does this weather end?
When does this weather end? It never.
What's going on for the next 4 days?
Well, we are going to anticipate strong thunderstorms again for the next couple of days, especially in Alberta tomorrow. Today, there's a slight chance, but I think tomorrow's chance is a lot better than today, at least. And as we carry on through next week, the heat's going to continue, and we've got a full-on week of heat. Man, heat, 30s or higher, well throughout next week. So summer is not going away anytime soon, and I like it.
I have an
I gotta-
air conditioner. I'm happy.
I got a call during my podcast today, live stream from a fire boss asking if I was ready to go. So at some point, we may be taking a break from the meteorological report, and that's the way it is. Just heads up, everybody.
No.
With all this
It'll be
lightning,
Saturday around Christmas time.
you'll have to deal without talking to Joey for a few weeks. I know that'll be hard.
It's gonna be
You're
around
still going to be
Christmas
messaging
time.
us. We know this. I
No,
kind of
you'll be- We'll be
I want to go
messaging
back
each other
to-
saying, we don't need that guy no more. Who wants to go next?
See, I want
Actually,
to
Brandon. I
go
want to
back-
hear what Brandon's going to say.
Brandon said something
Brandon
about
just
how
finish
he
his
loves
segment?
the summer and he loves the heat, and I find that very suspect because Brandon is ginger and he'll roast, he'll crackle, and
Hey,
just
well,
burst into flames when he
Hey,
thinks
tell
Joel,
you this,
once again around Christmas time, you'll be taking the weeks off for a Canadian meteorological weather report. Then you'll be back in the New Year's.
No, I don't take time off for Christmas. You guys can.
I might.
I don't care
All right.
about Christmas.
I don't care about
Vintage.
Christmas.
Hey, Christmas is cool.
Christmas is cool if you're a kid
Roast first.
You're
or if
rich.
it's like Santa.
or you have a family.
Hop around Christmas vacation. Compound media is shut down until the New Year.
Poor Brandon's been trying to give us the weather for the last half an hour.
Yeah,
We just like
I'm-
roasting
I'm
Brandon.
ready to fight. Brandon, when's this weather going to change? What's going to go on now? Please finish your segment for the love of God.
No,
Go for another half an hour. Okay. Well, I'm actually the only ginger that tans here for some strange reason. So I don't roast as much as I used to, I guess, because I just like to spend time in the sunshine. But as we move along here, we are, as I mentioned, we're going to be continuing to see that heat linger throughout next week. And there's not much in the horizon for a change in the weather pattern, at least until maybe next 10 days. But we're going to be under the dominance of the ridge, the Rex block, and we also got the, what else? Oh, yes, the Death Ridge. Rex
The
block,
Death
Death Ridge. And we'll be hot and a little stormy for the next couple of weeks.
Friggin' Rex block.
Rex block, where the pattern does not change for a number. Dun, dun, dun.
you know,
tell us
even
that
you've been making ominous sounds. You can't make something ominous. You're way too sweet for ominous. Damn it, Brandon.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, questioning. I believe questioning, curious, quizzical, but not ominous. Not from Brandon. It's not in him.
New fire reported at Duck Meadows near Monty Lake. Lightning caused.
So a duck got hit by lightning and burst into flames, or it just got.
Yeah,
you
did
know-
the duck just spontaneously combust?
Duck stew.
Quack, quack, quack.
Yes. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Noel, go next.
All
Somebody
right.
get through a segment uninterrupted.
No.
Alright, so I'm
Focus.
down in Vancouver, and summer is definitely here. We've had lots of nice sunny weather. We've had a couple of brief heat waves with temperatures for a few days going up into the mid 30s, but for the most part, it's been the high 20s and the low 30s. It's been very sunny. We had brief periods of rain last night, I think. And other than that, it's been nice. It's been sunny. Early next week, we're looking to hit up to 30 degrees, I think, on Wednesday. And Yeah, and then after that, it starts to cool down into the lower 20s. So that'll be nice for people who do not have air conditioning. And yeah, that'll be nice for everyone who's been struggling with the heat. Yeah, me and my cat, we were gifted an air conditioner last year, so we are indifferent towards it. And yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say because not a whole lot has happened really in terms of weather down here. It's been sunny and nice and very uneventful.
That's very disappointing. Vancouver is known for sucking in terms of weather. Damp, overcast, kind of lousy in a general sense. So that's very disappointing that it's been mundane. I mean, here it's been a little all over the place. It's bright and sunny 1 minute, then all of a sudden it's cloudy, freezing cold, and then 20 minutes later we're back to like a sunstorm where it's just warm and uncomfortable and unpleasant. Everyone's sweating through their tracksuits.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure that will be back. That's like the other like 50 weeks out of the year.
Better be. This is the
Bob
magic of
Holowenko.
Vancouver.
Bob Holowenko, who's one of the moderators of Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers, our Facebook group there. He says to me right now, a coworker is on a lake on a boat in the shoe swap, which I think is a crazy idea. And they saw a hillside take 4 to 5 back-to-back lightning strikes. So it's gnarly still what's going on out there.
What's going on out there? What's
Imogen,
happening?
introduce us to your cat.
Oh, this is Morbo. He's a cat. He has no hair. And he's very wrinkly and pink.
And seems to be enjoying his cat food.
He likes his cookies.
Wrinkly, pink, hairless kitty. What's not to like?
I know, right? He's very well behaved. He had a nice bath the other day. Climbs into his little bubble bath, sits, waits for me to just put the cape on him. And then he'll just soak and eat his cookies like a little king. Like the little emperor.
Oh, how adorable.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
And
there's a
that's
little video.
also, I think, the first time I've ever heard a story about somebody giving their cat a bath where they said he just sat and ate cookies. Usually it's it took the strength of 10 people to hold the cat who became the satanic beast at the drop of 3 drops of water.
Oh yeah, the thought of water, and a lot of cats lose it. But like Morbo, he loves bath time. There's a video of it on his Facebook page. If you go on Facebook and you look up Morbo Fishpaw, that's his name, Morbo Fishpaw. And there's a video of him just like climbing into his tub, sitting down, waiting for the cape. I put it on him. It's an uneventful thing, but the novelty of like cat bath time, it's fun.
I might have to follow this page.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't the cat meteorological report.
He's my little weather buddy, man. He reads the
Yeah,
sun.
you want to meet my cat?
Yes, I do.
No.
Just to spite Joey. Yes, I do.
Say hi,
Bring on a
Trooper.
hair cat. Hey, look at that. It's fuzzy. Hi, kitty.
I can see it, but no one else can. You gotta talk when you show something on your camera. You gotta talk, otherwise it's just gonna show whoever's talking here, right? So we saw that you have a cat. I believe you. There's a cat there.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
It has
Most
hair.
people don't have cats. They're very rare.
Yeah. So this is Trooper sitting on a pile of laundry.
He has hair and the correct number of cat legs.
Yeah.
It looks delicious in a pinch, in an end of the world pinch. Kitties do make delightful chicken nuggets. Morbo's already prepped on a hot day. He sweats a lot, so he's pre-marinated.
You're not eating my cat.
Morbo's waiting to eat
I
my
like
eyes when I go.
marinated kittens.
Okay, you know who we haven't heard from yet is Peter Glanko, and he saw hail and rain and all hell break loose there in Boulder, Colorado. So, without much ado, Peter Glanko.
Oh yes, I did. I saw there was I forget what day it was. So I sent those videos there, and the hail startled me. The weather. Somebody was telling me here in Denver that it'll go from we'll have like all seasons in a day in one day. Sometimes here the weather will change very quickly here. And that is facts. It was clear in the day, and out of nowhere, it got cloudy and it started raining. And then, like, it was raining so hard, I couldn't even see like 10 feet in front of my car. I had some passengers in my car. And then it started hailing, and like, it was like the hail was loud, and I was startled. We don't get hail in Virginia. I mean, at least my part of Virginia, maybe further west in Virginia towards the mountains, they might get
Pretty
hail.
common in Colorado there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
common
just a
out
taste
here,
of what
but
happens.
not a lot startles me, and that startled me. And I was like, "What is going on?" Fortunately, my destination at the time was an indoor parking garage, so I went in there, and I was like, "Oh, I was worried my car was going to get scratched up by the hail." It was decent size, like between dime to maybe up to a quarter size hail. It was mixed with rain though, so but it was like, I was like, Lord, what is going on? Sky's falling.
What about baseball size hail?
No, there was no baseball size hail. Thank God though. And I was like, geez, I felt terrible for people stuck outside. And there's another person I had to go pick up after that, and the everywhere was blocked either by fire trucks, and then all the underpasses. Well, I saw so many cars like flooded up. There's flash flooding, and there's a bunch of cars that were flooded up to their like almost up to their car windows. And I was like, what? Like,
That's harsh. Up to their windows.
Never going underpass in like a flood or a big storm.
oh yeah, there wasn't.
Like,
There wasn't.
anytime.
So I had to go like way far north just so I could go east and then south again. Our destination was southeast from Denver, and I had to go way far north just so I could go way far east to go way far south, because the interstate was the main interstate. There was flooding on the interstate, and there was traffic. And then finally we got up to the underpass on the interstate, and there's cars, like half a dozen cars stuck in the water. I tried to drive through it. Wild. Out of nowhere.
So what you're saying is that
Yeah.
it's advisable to always carry a surfboard or a kayak.
Yeah, that'd be a nice way to cool down. Get one of those like sponge pool floaty things, and
Yeah, kickboard or something.
although there was a whole bunch of it was in the city, so there was you'd be swimming with a lot of debris.
So
lot of
West
filth,
Kelowna is
lot
just
of trash.
Yeah,
West Kelowna will just
You don't
start to
mind
be
that.
able to. West Kelowna will just start to be able to hear the thunder now. So that severe storm is inbound on you, Kelowna. Look out. Anybody lazing around the beach, anybody out in a boat right now on the Okanagan Lake, that's a really bad idea. Get to shore. I mean,
And,
you're probably watching the meteorological report. You're probably drunk and going, woohoo, it's pretty. But seeing so many lightning strikes hit the lake, different lakes over the last few days, that you are not safe on the lake. No, lightning's a very dangerous thing. That's right. That's why
Lightning
people die
likes the
from
lake
lightning.
more than we do.
And shout out to the second passenger that waited for me while I was navigating. I was about to cancel on him, but when the hail let up, I navigated to him. He was right near the Scientology building in Denver. There's a big old Scientology building near the ballpark apartments.
Oh my God.
But he has a song on YouTube under the name Turk, the number 2 kill, Kill, Turk 2 kill. He's from New Orleans, and he has a song with that name called Scared Money. Scared Money don't make no money. It's a real good song. He produced it himself. Has
Can
a
you
feature on
rap it for us a little bit and show us what it's like?
The hook of it is just Scared Money don't make no money. I think that might be sampled for something else if I'm mistaken.
And
And
you're rapping though, like get
the
into
rest of
character
it,
and be like
he says,
MCP.
swimming with the sharks like Mark Cuban, And I was like, I was like, that reminds me of the song Overboard by Gucci Mane and OJ and Juice Man. He's like, man, I used to listen to that all the time growing up in middle school. And because there was a line in that one, overboard, swimming with the sharks, boy, swagger like a white boy, tatted like a bike boy. My swag jumped overboard. And then so he was familiar with that song too. And there was a few different inspirations that went into the song Scared Money Don't Make No Money.
Wow. Okay.
He was a real cool, humble fellow that had gone through a lot of interesting life experiences. We had a long car ride that was longer than it was supposed to be, but we chopped it up, and it was cool. It was cool. Real cool dude. And I was sort of making fun of vegans earlier in the day, but he just went vegan because he found out he was diabetic, and he was going to try that to try to regulate his blood sugar. Though I think I recommend it to him. He was considering pescatarian instead. I think that's healthier than straight up vegan. But anyway, we'll talk about some nutritional stuff and whatnot.
Yeah, vegan is more if you want to be like ethical about like animal rights and stuff.
Yeah, that's he wasn't. That wasn't his main concern. His concern was he was trying to figure out how he could be. He was worried about his long-term health because he found out he was diabetic recently, and so he just knew that a lot of people are like, "Oh, vegan is a healthy way to go." But I was like, "Well, yeah, but there's you need your vitamin B's, you need your protein." And there's ways to get protein, and there's ways you have to get for the only way to get your vitamin B's and that are not animal derived, and then your omega-3 fatty acids that are mostly found in fish. You have to have like kelp extracts that have veggie caps and stuff. It's really difficult to get your full spectrum of essential amino acids on a vegan diet.
Well, the thing with a vegan diet is it is a good diet, and it is good if you care about like the ethical side of it. And there is lots of ways to get your protein, and there's lots of things that are fortified with like B vitamins and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But it all
that's
depends. You
clutch.
kind of have to do like a bit of research, and it has to be something that you
Lots of research.
specifically want to do.
Yeah, you got to do lots and lots of research. So I don't know, but he was telling me he would just come from a food fair thing, and they had a lot of good food there that was vegan. And some of that stuff sounded pretty good to me. Anyway,
There's a lot of good vegan food. It's just as a total way of life to jump right into it. It's a really big step.
yeah,
There's
if you search some YouTubers, there's some that look pretty healthy, and then there's some that look like they
are about to die.
Yes.
If they're nutritionally lacking.
Yes, they look very malnourished, and they're talking about, oh, I feel so much healthier now. It's like, oh, you're going delirious from malnutrition is what's going on there.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm not a vegan.
Yeah, but Joey, you don't really live in a place where that would be an easy thing to do.
No, and I need help right now. I need someone to cook me some meals just for once. And there was a community barbecue hosted by the gold mine tonight, and
Yeah.
I thought, well, I don't care. I'm watching lightning and hell with the mine, and whatever. So then
Yeah,
I
like
ate some lasagna and a carrot muffin. They probably had some pretty fancy food because the mine, like some friggin' shrimp and kebab, they do.
Yeah, I think if you're like talking about different diets, it's important to like acknowledge like privilege of like different places having like varying access to different things, and not everyone's access to food in every place is going to be the same. So not everybody is going to be able to keep like different diets in one place or another.
some foods are just simply not available everywhere. And
Exactly.
well, one of the things that people really get wrong when they start a focused diet is not understanding what their body specifically needs. If you don't know what your body needs, you're not going to be able to actually meet that need. So to say, I'm diabetic, I'm going to try being vegan to address that, there's so much room for error that if you're not working with a nutritionist, chances are he's going to hurt himself. Just
I
by
know.
not knowing what he's doing, not knowing what his body actually needs to function in a more healthful way. So
I know what my body needs, and
hot beef injection.
It definitely needs snuggles.
Yeah, just like I said.
How deprivation is real.
Give me your best snuggles.
Pete, you're on.
Kelowna about to get hit by a severe storm. Is that warning still on, Brandon? It's got to be.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
It
Looking
sure
around.
looks good from where I'm sitting here looking at this map.
Oh yeah.
I'm
We're
not seeing
still
much
in-
lightning kicking off for intensity at least.
That looks like it's going up towards Kamloops as well.
This one's moving eastward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been
I
a lot
believe
of
there's another one that's moving the other way too.
There's been a lot of northward motion on storms the last few days,
Yeah.
but this one is not doing that necessarily.
Why not? Where's it going? What'd you do to it,
Well,
Joey?
It's strong enough that it can do almost whatever it wants, I guess. Now the
What's wrong
severe
with
warnings
Dr. Man?
Severe warnings have been dropped everywhere else, so I think some watches remain in effect. But this is the only storm left that meets severe criteria. Although it's possible that
there's a lot of this North Pole.
It's possible this guy up here still meets the criteria, but it's in the middle of nowhere, and that's sometimes how it goes. So, the
Yeah,
storm
that
of
kind of just
concern
looks
right
like it's
now
off
is
in the
Kelowna.
mountains somewhere.
The storm of concern is in Kelowna. It's still storming in Chase, but they've had like the bulk of the front go through already. The severity has calmed down.
Oh, so it's no longer raging, it's just annoying. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, if it starts fires on hilltops, it'll be raging annoying.
So it's somewhere between annoying and raging, so it's just angry, a little
So
angry.
yeah,
It's
that's how you
perturbed.
could best describe me. I don't know about the weather.
It's downgraded from raging, somewhere between angry and perturbed.
Somewhere between annoying
It's displeased.
and
It's,
angry.
it's disgruntled. The storm is disgruntled.
Yes, it's a disgruntled problem. There's definitely storms happening. Thanks everybody for watching. We're such experts here.
Yep. We all looked at a weather app and then kind of gave our opinions and then talked over each other. This is called professionalism, folks.
That sounds like every single episode of this show.
Frankie, you didn't ask me about Michael Recrain. I talked to him, and I was he's doing all right. Though the gas prices are high there. The average salary is $300 a month. So people that commute are paying a few $100s a month to gasoline. So people that keep complaining about a drop in the bucket of the national budget being used for Ukraine, like they got a budget like $100 a month for their 30-day expenses, and it ain't a game over there.
Game.
Well, that's good news, I guess.
Well, I don't know how things are. I wish that Kelowna had a webcam or something to see the.
Oh, they do.
See, well, I'd love
no.
to see it. I'll say this.
Okay.
We've got a band right over Churchill right now, and we are getting just pounded with rain right now, and there is a bunch of flashes and lightning outside. So I'm missing the active weather to be on the meteorological report.
Well, get us some images, Joe.
Well, I'm on my computer.
Give up something interesting to be here. Aww.
That's Kelowna right now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you can see all these people like, hey, girls, you want to have sex? And hey, want to smoke some weed? And look, it's so pretty. We're the first people to ever take a picture of this. That's what this guy over here is saying.
Tell us how you really feel about Kelowna, Joey.
And here's these two guys. They're like not even talking. They don't even like each other. And
But how
So
does the storm
she's
look?
just walking around by herself.
Oh yeah.
This
That
is her
bag is-
kid. This is her kid, but she don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
see,
just
the
like,
one-
I'm leaving. I've had enough. I'm leaving.
The one with the pink bag there, the one who's just like abandoning her child. I want to point out that bag is all full of stolen goods. She just came from doing the rounds on the docks and just pilfered everything not tied down. That's why she's walking quickly away alone.
So that's what's
And-
going on in Kelowna. That's one image. This is in behind it. This is a good one.
Don't get behind
should-
Kelowna. It
This should
smells
scare
worse.
you. Look at that. That's your storm.
That is
Oh,
an
yeah.
ugly looking.
I was
cloud there.
saying earlier today how we can take pictures of galaxies 13 billion light years away, but we can't get a good picture from a BC highway cam. Look at this.
No, but
Like,
with that blur, that little stretch of highway with that nice little grass strip is looking kind of sexy actually.
this was a highway cam they installed in 1987.
With 1987 quality.
Kelowna, everyone! Visit Kelowna! Or don't.
I really hope that we don't have fans in Kelowna, because I don't think we have fans in Kelowna anymore after this.
Kelowna
I
has
don't think I have
technology
fans.
from 1987. They don't know we exist.
So here it is
Well,
coming
they
from
don't-
the airport. Frankie, how can everyone find you online, Frankie MacDonald?
My Twitter is at Frankie McD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD984. My TikTok is FrankDown984. My Clap is FrankDown984. My Twitch is FrankDown984. My LinkedIn is Frankie MacDonald. My Snapchat is Frankie MACDON. And my YouTube channel is Dogs and Wolves.
Yes, and you can visit Frankie's merch store online. I'm sure everyone's got their Imogen pointed out last week. Imogen.in's
Bravo and Hall of Fame website.
her website. Should be promoting everyone's website, but I'm gonna promote mine right now. If you're hearing us on the radio, please, you can find the live stream Thursday nights at 7 p.m. on Joey Only the Caribou Weather Dude. I'm always on my channel talking about weather because that's all I got to do right now. But could be that pretty soon I'm deployed for fire, so I'm excited. I've got some details today that could mean some money, so I may have to jump ship for a few weeks from my Valley TV news, but that doesn't mean I won't be back to doing all this. It just means that fire, every time I have a chance to go fight it, I want to do that. CKUW 95.9 FM, thank you. And CFUR 88.7 FM, thank you very much for hosting our show. I'm Joey Only Caribou, centered here in Wells, British Columbia, with the Meteorological Report. Then we had Joe Stover up in Churchill, Manitoba. We had Frankie MacDonald, the man himself, in Sydney, Nova Scotia. We had Imogen Cookie Bailey in Victoria. Noelle Chaos, she's down there in Vancouver. Peter Galenko in Boulder, Colorado. And, of course, Brandon Hauk, the radio man himself from Brooks, Alberta. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Frankie really needs a dedicated website with everything centralized.
On the Community Meteorology Weather Report group chat on Instagram, ANGTV has joined.
Angie TV has joined where? Where's Angie? I like Ange.
He's on.
I was gonna say,
he's on our group chat on Instagram now.
He's on
Frank
Instagram.
MacDonald merchandise brings good fortune. I was imagining it. I manifested it in my mind. I was like, these Frankie MacDonalds is good luck.
Dream
and
it,
it'll
do it.
manifest me a Benjamin Franklin. And sure enough, the other day somebody gave me a $100 bill. I was like, oh yes, it was the good luck from Frankie MacDonald. I now call $100 bills Frankie's.
Dollar bills, y'all. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe, take it easy, but take it.
I feel like it would be kind of a fun challenge getting Joe to take it. One I would enjoy thoroughly. You're welcome for the visual, by the way.
Thanks, Imogen.
Thankful for your visuals.
You will take my visuals and you will appreciate them.
I appreciate. That's what I appreciate. Is that what you appreciate?
Yeah, appreciates all the visuals. Enjoy the scenery. But how many video clips How many fucking video clips did I send you where I've got like some stupid tedious background where I'm like, enjoy the scenery, enjoy the view.
Yeah. I was gonna wear my Scooby-Doo costume this week, and then I forgot because thunderstorms are so exciting.
My God, yes, Scooby-Doo. I was
Yes,
gonna
wear a
Count Chocula,
costume.
but it was way too hot. That's why I've been pantsless Count Chocula this week. I mean, not here, but Joey knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, and everyone will soon when I make the official episode.
Yeah.
And I throw our clips in.
When
You should
pantsless Count
definitely include
Chocula.
the clip of my cat sitting in the pile of laundry.
Good.
Oh yeah, that's in the show for sure.
Yeah.
We couldn't we wouldn't have had a show without all the cat talk.
Yeah.
There's
New warning.
there's another car show coming up this weekend. It's not going to be as huge and phenomenal as the last one. The last one was absolutely fucking amazing, man. It was so nice. This one's going to be a little smaller, a little more variety of what's in there. The other one was like all pre-50s. This one's less pre-50s and just more mix of everything awesome. I'm going to be taking Morbo to that, so you'll be getting some video clips from that. Weather
Sweet.
update at the car show.
One thing that I often do at the end of August when I'm not fighting forest fires, so it's been 2 years since I've done this, but I've worked at the Hot Rod Show as a firefighter in Prince George.
Yeah.
And they drag race. It's so cool.
Oh my God, yeah.
So I'd sit right there at the finish line on this four-wheeler with a bunch of fire gear on and put my earplugs in because it was just like,
oh yeah.
And then there was this one car that Foji Danshaw owns out of Prince George. This funny car, totally for drag race and legit funny car, and it was the fastest thing that was there all weekend. And after a while, when it would come up for its turn, I would just start getting anxiety because the thing was just so exceptionally powerfully loud that there was like, even with earplugs and everything in, like I would just try to turn away, like, oh, he's gonna fire it. Like that was just one of the craziest cars. Foji Danshaw at Prince George, he's cool.
The vibration just rattles your brain. The pure concussive force of it gives you brain trauma, rewires your circuit.
And he'd be down that quarter-mile track like in 2.1 seconds or something, like just quarter mile done. Like, holy. Yeah, he whipped everybody he went against all weekend. Not only was his car really good, but he knew how to shift her, how to go.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a great, and his kids all have mini funny cars, and they were in the mini funny car competitions too.
Nice.
And they won all those as well. So Foji Danshaw, the guy's a bit of a racing legend in Prince George at the motocross track.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, what's new, everybody?
I am displeased with the price of used cars these days, mainly because I can't afford any of them.
Well,
You could drive
get
a Arthur Hertz to drive, then you get personal miles.
Oh, well, that's
It's my only advice for people. Everyone asks, a lot of people how to drive. Cars are either broken down or they're between cars for whatever reason. And that's my recommendation to them. There's a wait list, but I don't know if they have it in Canada too. But there's a wait list.
I haven't heard of this. Up here, we have like one car share company that kind of has a monopoly over the city, and it's called Evo, and they're terrible and they're mismanaged. And they're expensive, and it's like the worst system if you want. And they're these little tiny annoying things that are completely impractical for everything.
Okay, what do you mean tiny and annoying? Like, I drive a coupe, but mine's like a tiny little miniature race car. So
I mean they're these like tiny little, they're these little hatchbacks that you can't put a whole bunch of stuff in them. You can't fit like an entire drum kit and like a whole bunch of
drum
gear
kit
for a band in it. You can't do like supply runs for venues. You can't be like, oh, I'm playing a festival, I'll take one of those there, because you can't take them outside of the city. they're not big enough. You wouldn't be able to sleep in them. And I'm not even that big.
Yeah.
And
Okay. For your
they're
purposes,
like, you can't even take them to do a whole bunch of errands because they charge you for each stopover you do.
what?
Yeah.
I always wondered how those work. I see them parked all over the place. Like, what do you mean they charge for each stopover? Like
They
every
char-
time?
okay, so first of all, and I can complain about these for ages because I hate them.
That's good
and-
reason.
but yeah.
Complain. I want to hear it.
But yeah, so if you're a BCAA member, it's free to sign up, but it's $1 to access the car, like to start your time, and then they charge 45 cents a minute. And then if you make a stopover, like say you're going into the grocery store, you hit stopover and it charges you for every minute that you're in the grocery store until you resume the trip. And then it continues to charge you while you're like driving. And then if you go and you make like more stops, like you have to stop like a few more places, then it charges you like for
Extra per each
individual
stop. Yeah.
stopover. It's ridiculous, and I hate them.
We have a new severe warning in
So-
BC.
I did that earlier. I dropped somebody off at the grocery store and I waited in the parking lot and I got paid while I waited in the parking lot. And then she still tipped me a $20 bill cash.
Yeah,
It was only
Yeah,
like
yeah,
2
but
minutes.
see, that's
2
the
minutes from her
thing.
apartment.
Can I interrupt now?
No.
Thank you.
I got hold
Yes.
on. I got a question.
No, I want to. This is important. I got to do this. Okay, this is actually more important than anything we got a question for. 8 o'clock, brand new severe thunderstorm in a different district. Brand new cell. 8 o'clock. That's 15
damn.
kilometers northwest of Jewel Lake Provincial Park, capable of nickel-sized hail. That's in the boundary region. So that's this guy right here down by Grand Forks. So you guys can continue your conversation in a second, but I had to interject and say that this one's gone severe. Everyone in Grand Forks, take note.
Okay, that's fair. That is a fair thing. So
Potentially damaging, destructive storm.
that sounds awesome. Damn it, Joey, spit that out right out. Lead with that.
Yeah.
Destruction, mayhem. This is what we
Okay,
want
now
to
go back to
Chaos,
babbling about your
disorder,
bullshit.
panic.
Yes, so I got a question for Nicole here about
You mean Noel?
God. Yeah, I
If
am
you're
so
talking to
sorry.
me?
You are not a Nicole. You're 100%
I am not.
Noel. Yeah, so okay, when you park, is it a different rate that you're being charged from when you're driving?
No, they just continue to keep charging you.
Oh, okay, so you're not charged per stop. That's what I was saying, or that there was like a flat rate fee applied to a stop of like a certain duration. Like you,
No, they just
Oh, you
they
get
just
charged
continue to
the-
charge.
You get charged extra for each additional stop added, and then there's time. At least here, I get paid by the mile and the minute and per stop.
wow.
But see, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if I was actually like paying you, if I was telling you to wait for me, then that would be a totally different thing. But I am now parked a car in a parking lot, and I am not currently using it.
Yeah.
Like,
So how
I'm
the
not
hell do you
like
sign out?
paying somebody to do a job or something. I've parked the car and I'm not using it. It's just sitting in a parking stall being a car.
Oh, you're paying for just parking.
No, I'm not paying for parking. I'm just
To be parked.
I'm just they're just charging me for the car being parked there.
Our
or being
storm
parked
outside.
anywhere.
Our storm outside Kelowna has begun to resume its more northward motion. So for a while, it had a bit of an eastward motion. It's starting to move northward again.
Is the whole internet hearing me complain about cars?
Yes.
Not the whole internet.
Evo.
Unfortunately,
five
I
people
need
watching.
to hunt down the Google employees that they do live in this building. Somebody was trying to tell me that they live in other places besides this building, but I know there's Google employees in this
People are
building,
lying.
and I will find them. And I'll get my
Yeah.
YouTube. It looks like they might have reactivated my YouTube monetization if I update my address, which is good because they demonetized my YouTube a long time ago. So maybe I'm making progress. But I will find them and I'll be like, we need better. We need the meteorological report and Frankie's page and whatnot up higher in these search results.
Frankie definitely needs
What do I gotta do?
centralized page instead of rattling off his entire link tree and his million things. One page.
But it's funny.
Page, everything.
It's funny the way that Frankie does it. We
I
love
know,
it.
Frankie rattles it off like an auctioneer. It is pretty entertaining, though.
Oh, yeah.
He could.
We
He
need
should
a
have a
backing
link to his
track.
link tree on his frankiemerch.ca website. He should have a link to his link tree there to make it simpler for people to find everything. That he can start with that. Then do his auctioneer spiel.
Yeah. Yes, that would be delightful. It would make more sense. And you know what? We really do need to songify him. Or Shmo Yoho needs to songify him. Because that would be great.
Yeah.
They would have a lot of fun and do it well.
I swear Frankie could be making so much more money. I talked to somebody the other day that worked for Frito-Lay's. He was autistic. His son or daughter was also autistic. I was talking to him and I was telling him about how popular Frankie was on TikTok. And he was like, yeah, my his like cousin or niece or whatever, she just bought a house for 250 grand cash from TikTok money from doing paid like product stuff on TikTok. And I was like Frankie has
Way
bigger
more fans than
following than
anyone.
that girl.
Yeah.
He can monetize that and make the big dollars to it, but Frankie does his own thing.
Oh yeah.
Even
Frankie's a free man.
even if he doesn't put ads, even if he just allows it to be monetized so that people who subscribe to or pay for their monthly YouTube premium membership, like I do that for some of my videos, I just put it on for premium only, and then you still get paid out from anybody who's watching it.
That doesn't add up too much though. It's
it doesn't add up much, but for Frankie getting the number of views he does, it would add up.
Frankie posted
And he could do
his
that without having all advertising and all this, right?
Frankie needs just his PayPal and cryptocurrency addresses, and people would just give him money. He did the thing about a year ago with some other guy in Canada, where a guy in Canada set up a Bitcoin wallet for him, and he got in one day like 1.1 Bitcoin. Like he got 1,000. That's I think that's like $2,000 worth of Bitcoin right now. And then he just posted it one time. Like if he just had a tip box in his YouTube channel descriptions and then occasionally posted his QR on Twitter or had it in his Twitter bio, like he would be stacking it up like insane for real. Like people just love Frankie. People are happy to, and then I know people in the crypto community just want shout outs. So there would be people that would just tip him big money, and Frankie probably wouldn't even do the shout outs, but they would tip him anyway, just hoping that he would. And
well, he's so likable. Like
I feel like when I'm driving, people tip me because they expect something else from me, whether it's favors or because I have my Gucci Man air freshener. It's like, sorry, I'm not bending anything here. You can get out of my car now, though. I'll accept this cash.
oh dear. Okay, cash or love? You choose.
I'll take the cash and I can get out of my car.
They can show love with cash.
Just some
Yeah,
random
like,
person
People
I don't
expect
know.
extra
Yeah,
things from me. It's like just based off the whatever music I have or whatever else, and it's just like I didn't offer.
But it's nice that people see you in such a manner. Isn't it flattering?
It's flattering sometimes. It's obnoxious
Compliment.
other times.
It's a compliment, Pete. It's a compliment.
It's a compliment. Sometimes it's a compliment. Sometimes people can be
Gross.
obnoxious.
Yeah, okay, that's a better word for it.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta run. I gotta go take care of some other stuffs. Gotta go deal with some video files and photo editing and whatnot.
Well,
Okay,
thanks for being you. Good to see you.
Likewise. Curious to see what you do
Okay.
with those dumbass video clips I sent.
Well, we'll throw them in the show, and why not, right? It's fun. It
Glorious.
breaks up the show having extra video clips in. And if it hadn't been such a severe storm week, I probably would have already had them on my channel as pre-show bait or something, right? That I'm trying to. And apparently, there's people who watch the show just for you.
Hey, neat. Much like the Count.
That's what one guy said on.
One of these days,
One guy
I'll
said
like
that,
give you a weather
chat.
report from like outside a show or something.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, interesting is good. Always. Interesting is always good.
The challenge will be how many of the viewers can identify the venue by the smell coming off the screen. This is what I want to see. I want to see the venue. I want to hear some raspy ass punk coming through a rat infested wall. This will add flavor and color and tetanus.
Also, I'm playing Victoria in September. I'll send you the details.
Yay! Yes, I mean event link. I want to see this.
Yeah, I don't think there is an event link yet.
Back in the day, being like just totally all fucking trashed at the Cobalt, and then I'm like taking a leak, half standing and to a broken toilet, and then some like really big rat just scurries by up the thing next to me, and like just like, oh yeah,
man,
hey,
the rickshaw's always been my jam.
Rat.
Yeah, no,
it was
there
awesome,
were some
though.
big,
I love Wendy 13 so
scary
much.
looking rats at the Cobalt.
Oh my god, yeah.
I remember like towards the end, like when it was being slowly disassembled, because there were shows like right up until almost eviction day. And
oh yeah.
I remember like as things were being slowly disassembled, like when there was a point where there actually wasn't under the stage. And I remember it was like at one of the final shows being thrown like onto, into, and under the stage. And under the stage there was like a family of like giant rats living under there.
There's a rat king, there's like 30 rat skeletons.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Master Splinter was probably living under there.
And true to form, now that
that last show at the Cobalt, I was sitting there with Wendy at the bar, and her daughter was serving beer. And I was sitting, and of course, when you're sitting with Wendy 13, because she's cool, right? Wendy's all hardcore, so you got to be cool too. That's the way it is. So I'm just sitting there with Wendy, and then but you want to say something nice because it's the very last night, and you're like, fucking Cobalt was awesome, right? So I'm sitting with Wendy, and I'm like, Wendy, some pretty awesome things happened here over the years. Like, you did a really good job. Thanks so much for just really putting on a kick-ass venue and all the work you did. And she just sat there quietly. She's still drinking at the time, and she's just staring. And then her answer was 25,000 watts. Regretting
That's a typical Wendy 13 reaction.
Yeah, she loved the sound system there so much. That's all she said. 25,000 watts. I tried my hardest not to laugh my ass off.
The piece of land where it was is whatever gets built there, in the middle of the night, people are going to hear the screaming of the rats that died there. It's haunted by rats. So the next
what's called every time I hear rats and Master Splinter, I think of the song 30 Gravity Deep. When I get cold, it's called Remember. When I get cold in the summer, I get hot in the winter.
I was making a Ninja Turtle reference with that.
Yeah,
Pete's got a rap song for everything.
I still got my little Ninja Turtle sneakers.
Yeah.
Girl has Ninja Turtle jammies.
I still got Ninja Turtle toys.
Yeah, you do. I have an awesome knockoff one that a friend got for me from a beach in Mexico, a little pop-up stand with these stupid knockoff toys, and it's a Ninja Turtle with a parachute. There's no reason to have a parachute, but this is a Ninja Turtle with a parachute.
Oh, they made every kind of turtle that could do anything. It got ridiculous. Yeah. And that partly killed it. You couldn't just get the original cool turtles.
I haven't watched.
Everything was like Surfer Leonardo and Rock and Roll Michelangelo, just like in space.
Oh, they were licensing, just like Monopoly, board game Monopoly. totally went haywire with the licensing. All of a sudden, it's themed after everything. And stuff no one cares about. Like, I don't want to see Ninja Turtles doing their laundry.
Well, can you imagine a game called Monopoly? Can you imagine a game called Monopoly behaving ultra capitalistly in their dissemination? Look at this storm by Grand Forks. It's just ugly looking. That's mean. Crossing Christina Lake.
All right, I gotta run. I will talk y'all.
I fought a fire right here. Oh, there goes Imogen by. Fought a fire right here before. And oops. And then later that same deployment, we got sent, strangely enough, into here. So we came up this back road, and we were fighting in here, and people's phones would go off, and our crew would be like, roaming charges, you're now in America. And we just didn't know where we were or what side of the border we were ever on. And the American firefighters on their side didn't know, and there's a line that's cut there, but at the time, a lot of it had burnt up, so it's like, well, we're here. But that was a really cool fire. Nothing was really going on when we got there, but I think I've lost everybody on the show.
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah.
got that out as well.
Brandon's still around too?
Where are you taking a break, Joey? When? Are we having a show next week?
Well, I don't know. We got possibly fire deployments coming up now.
All right.
Been so much lighting the last couple days, and so I was like live streaming this afternoon, and a boss from one of the fire companies I work for was calling me. I was like, "Hey, I'm live streaming right now." He's like, "Oh, do you want me to go and call you back?" It's like, "No. Do you mind being on the live stream?" So, right in front of everybody, we're talking weather and what our crew might look like, and how we might work this in the next couple days if we get some calls up from Mackenzie, what we're expecting.
I think I want to make some chicken. I got some raw chicken in the freezer. I'm going to make me some chicken. I'm so tired. I did 16 hours out of the 24 hours of the day that I could drive this before I got back here, went to sleep. And then I need to, I'm going to go to sleep early instead of driving tonight. I could work a max of 70 hours in a week, and I would have hit my max this week. I want to save the hours for Saturday. Gonna be popping.
Good idea, man. Rest up. Thanks for coming on the show, Pete.
Yeah, it's been crazy out here, man, for real. I've driven hundreds of people, man. I can't even explain how many characters I run into. It's like Denver is a trip for real. It's a really good gig if you want to. Well, I guess you probably can't. You got like I don't know if you got Dewey's or anything like that. But
I'm gonna head out.
Hey.
See you later.
Okay, bye everybody. Here's the update.
Meet people out.
The storm at Jewel Lake Provincial Park is almost stationary. It will slowly move northeastward the next hour. There's another severe thunderstorm just west of Christina Lake, and that's the one we're looking at. And it's will move when it gets going at 30 kilometers an hour. So that's still one severe storm that we're watching in effect. Nickel-sized hail, angry weather, and then we do have an update. Thunderstorm. Take it easy, Pete. Nickel-sized hail still possible.
Take it breezy easy like makeup. That's Busta Rhymes, Gucci Mane song. Make it look easy breezy. Whatever. Anyway, have a good
you
one,
too, buddy. 8:22 p.m. Nickel-sized hail possible still in heavy rain near Peachland. Is moving north.
Peachland. I like that. I like Peachland.
And it may affect West Kelowna still. So that's this guy that we've been watching.
There's a lot of places out here with fresh peaches. I always think of Frankie, and I play the song for people, Presidents of the United States, Peaches. And for real, I saw that double rainbow the other week too. Did I put that in the group chat? The double rainbow with where it ended at the peach stand. That was pretty sweet.
I don't know if you did.
I'll repost the double rainbow pictures, because then I got another one where it's like super vivid double rainbow. And then when I first got to a light, Oh, I tweeted at Brandon Houck. That's what I did. So I'll post it in the Meteorology group chat because it was really cool. And the first one, it was a coincidence. Like I saw it when I was driving, and then I dropped people off, and I was driving back facing it, and at the red light, literally the from my angle, I didn't even have to like stage it. From my angle, the rainbow was ending at the farmers market peach stand. I was like, what? I
Did
played
you go
that
get some
song.
peaches?
Yeah. And then later I got another picture where the rainbow looked like it was ending at a bank. What a goal that was what I thought of it. Then I saw that one. Anyway. All right, brother. Wow,
Okay.
that's quite the system there.
Yeah, it's still really raging. That's an angry storm. Those are
Yeah.
the updates for now from Environment Canada. So it's always key to look at those updates, keep aware. Here's one of those cells. That one's crossing. That's just north of Christina Lake right now. So it's not going to
There's
affect the
someone named
town. But
Christina earlier.
what may get affected is that up on the Paulson Pass here. If you're driving along up on Highway 3, you may be somewhere in this area. You're probably not watching
Somebody
me.
was teasing me earlier. Like I seriously don't know what somebody's destination is when I first picked them up, and I was in Weston, Denver, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to Banff." I was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "First off, I don't think I'm approved to drive in Canada. Second off, I need my not Canadian passport, U.S. passport to get into Canada." I was like, "I didn't bring my passport. I hope you're not serious." But he was just going to the airport. He was going to the Banff, but he was going to the airport.
Yeah.
He was
To
going.
go to Banff, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have my passport with me, bro. Like, I would take that trip. That would be good money.
Nothing's funnier than playing dumb, eh? Like, I love doing that. You know, take what someone says really literally. Pretend
I
that you
took it
think that.
literally.
Pretend that you actually think that too. And then
I
they're
didn't
like,
even
"Whoa."
wasn't even pretending. I was like, I don't have my passport with me. I was ready to drive him all the way to bed. I'll take that trip. That would be a lot of money.
Lots of concerning lightning strikes still hitting mountaintops. That is really aggressive looking storm crossing Christina Lake now. That is a
We're getting
pissed off
snow
storm.
out there, or is it rain?
Oh, it's hail and lightning and nickel-sized hail.
Oh yeah.
That's
Hey,
right down
it's
the highway.
summertime, so I
33.
forget.
That's a 33 highway. Lightning strike
It
right
was
down the valley bottom.
insane. It was a beautiful drive, but it was absolutely insane. Oh, we didn't mention in this episode the sturgeon moon is coming up. The sturgeon moon represents prosperity in Native American culture. It's when they would have good fishing. And the sturgeon moon, I think, is tonight or whatever the full moon day is. And then, but I was looking at the moon and stuff. I had a really scenic drive in the mountains. I was in the foothills, I guess. I don't know. I think I was nearest to Boulder. Later today, I drove west of Denver towards what's it called, Gold City Casino, not Gold City Casino, but over there. But anyway, it was a beautiful drive, but I swear the road was blocked at there was like at the 2 or 1 mile marker at the end of the road. I drove 30 minutes or so through the mountains on a windy road. I was waiting. I was going to take the first exit I could take. There was no exits to take. There was road work with one lane open. They let me through. And then after letting me through, I drove for 20, 30 minutes and there was absolutely no other cars on the road. And I was like, what's going on? And my phone would not connect to data at all. So I didn't have GPS. My Lyft app wouldn't connect to the internet. I couldn't make phone calls. I couldn't go check anything. And and what's it called? Then I got to the end of it, and it was the construction or the work trucks were blocking both sides of the road. I was like, you gotta be joking. And they're like, no, turn around. There's a lot of times there's drunk people out here. So I'm like, oh, I'm a Lyft driver. Like, if there's drunk people, I would be going to pick them up. Like, how are you gonna block both sides of the road and not have a warning? Like when I went first, there was a 1 lane blocked, and no one at that stop was like, hey, yeah, this road, it's like there's no exit tonight. There's road work going on at the end of it. They could have told me that to save me a 50-minute round trip. I was like, oh, like no.
These guys are jumping
It was a
gears.
lovely drive though. I was relaxed and enjoyed not having internet connectivity and just like enjoy the drive. But I was also not trying to waste gas. I was trying to go somewhere and make some money, and it was just like it was weird. It was like Twilight
What
Zone.
we have here, Pete, we have here on my map. This is Valhalla Range, the Valhalla Mountains.
Looks like something else there.
Somewhere here. These are really cool mountains. And what's going on is these two storm cells that are currently really strong, they're starting to take aim here. This guy's starting to bubble up, and their energy is going to weaken, and they're going to travel down these mountain ridges here and reform themselves with some aggression at Farquhar.
Oh wow.
That's kind of how that's going to move through that mountainous terrain. That's my guess, at least.
Okay.
And we got this one's become active down by Beaverdale somewhere. These are really aggressive storms in southern BC right now, just north of Grand Forks, just north of Christina Lake. One cell south of Castlegar, north of Trail, sort of due west of Salmo, Weimer. Nelson got a little bit of activity going on near the ski hill there. Windlaw, seeing that come across, that's the Valhalla Mountains there. So, you know, there's
Valhalla?
a combination of things is going on. This guy's
Valhalla,
moving,
like in Mad Max Mountains?
as in like the Norwegian heaven. Yes, this guy's gonna trying to
Valhalla.
move out.
Witness me.
So
You
this,
watch the new Mad Max Off-Road Fury? Well, it's not new,
absolutely,
dude,
man. My kids and I watched it today. So this guy's moving up the
I
mountain
watched
through the
that one many
Valhallas.
times.
Okay, this guy's moving up through the Valhallas this way. These guys maybe trying to reform here. And this strong cell in the mountains crossing over the highway at Windlaw, where the Slow Canyon River is. Strong cell there in the on the highway between Castlegar and Trail. Still got people watching the stream. Had lots of people watching weather stream lately, just because I'm on here talking.
Cool.
Keeping everyone up to
What's
date on
called?
what's going on, because fire concern is a big thing right now in BC, right? So
Yeah, people were talking to me about wildfires that were earlier in the year, but I was like, I'll just move up here. I'm not familiar with what's going on, but I need to. I'm trying to learn more Spanish, and then I'll try to learn some more meteorology as well. So there is a lot of interesting meteorology in the state, and then it's going to be the winter time before we know it, and should be all sorts of interesting weather. So I'll be my, aside from stacking my bread up, my goal will be to learn Spanish and meteorology.
Frankie would love it.
See, bye.
Severe warned storms right now. One outside Kelowna, one north of Grand Forks. Very aggressive storms. So thanks to everybody who's been watching. Please feel free to hit that thumbs up. Share the videos, of course, always, and leave a tip would be awesome. I could really use help always, financially and any other way we can get the show and the channel growing.
Oh
So
yeah.
there's 3 new lightning strikes. That's near Windlaw. There's a Slocan River. That's the Ridge Crest. There's one of the Valhalla Mountains right there, making its jump. Windlaw is really beautiful. Got lots of friends there. Spent a lot of time there. So still severe warned storms at this hour. They are firing. They have not seemed to change that, given any indication of stalling out yet.
Cool. I'll be happy to contribute later on in the year. I'll hustle, 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 and El Soy will be top grande, and I will get mucho dinero and spread the wealth. Anyway, cool stuff. Do you have streamers off of YouTube on your other stuff?
I don't even know what that means.
It means I'm gonna be numero uno and make mucho dinero. Lots of
Well, you
money.
can't even read that color. 2 severe storms right now. It looks like garbage. Anyways, that's what they look like. They still haven't really lost their shape. Still haven't really. They still have that real updrafting look to them. The caribou's really been spared today. Lucky us. Nothing interesting.
As with these nuts meme, I think immaturely all the time.
Whole bunch of new lightning strikes. Some of them in areas without any rainfall so far. Here's one up on a mountain. That's in a forested section. It's a little lower. So here's the peak of the mountain. You know, one peak, false peak, false summit, other peak along that ridge. There's sort of one area highlands. Here's the other series here. So that's down the bowl between the 2 mountains. And you see how the creek forms from there. So there's probably some forest in there, maybe not. 1900 meters, yeah, there's probably trees there. So that's no rain on it and lightning striking up in the bowl. Somewhat, you know, there could be worse places to strike, I guess. It's probably not heavily forested and burn up top of the mountain. That's cool.
Well, my phone is running out of battery. I will see you next time, hombre.
Hey, take her easy, Pete.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
taking part. Thanks for taking part.
Oh yeah, always a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
I want to make me some lemon chile chicken muy picante.
Yeah, that's my thing too. I'm pretty hungry right now.
Hell yeah. All right, brother.
Need to get off this soon and take care of myself some more.
Yeah, self-care
A lot of
is
streaming.
important.
A lot of streaming today. But while there's still severe storms, it's fun to keep everyone going on about what's going on. 2 severe storms. One right now outside Kelowna. And then we have a couple cells that are in severe status in this area. Some more that are thrown off lightning through the Kootenays. But these are definitely, for everybody watching out there, if you have friends in the Kootenays, these guys are fairly aggressive storms. nickel-sized hail possible. You see how tall the core is, how deep they are.
Yeah.
The color annotates that. Fresh lightning outside Kelowna in the hills. You know, that's a forested area.
So what
Boom,
is
there's
this
one.
Kelowna place y'all been talking about?
Oh, it's a real beach, like it's like California, man. It's okay. It's just a really
Yeah,
poorly
vibes.
designed. It's a really poorly designed city. Like it's fairly young, and you know how cities are these days. Like just a box store goes to the highest or lowest bidder, and so it's really annoying. The way the city's laid out is that you're driving on the highway into town here, and you start hitting your first stoplights, and it takes forever just to get to here. But that's okay because once you get into you cross the bridge and get to Kelowna proper, then you still have like an hour of stoplights to go through. And it's a very annoying town, and it's kind of a rich person's getaway becoming these days. Like a lot of Albertans own properties there and stuff like that. But this Okanagan Lake, this is the one where everyone says the Ogopogo lives, the sea monster of Okanagan Lake.
Oh,
World
I
famous.
hear there's a place with lots of rich people. All I noticed there's
Kelowna is going to be
opportunities to finesse and make
Kelowna.
their money become your money. So that's
Kelowna.
philosophy.
Just hearing a bit of that thunder rumbling out there, ominously. I'm going to be still kind of just going on like this for a while, Pete. So don't feel like you have to.
I'm just saying I'm staying on a little bit. I want to make myself some food. I want to try to stay up a little bit without caffeinating because it's 9:43 p.m. here. So I'm exhausted. I could fall asleep right now, but I want to stay up a little bit later. And then I slept already some today after I got back. I got back around like 2 p.m. and I slept a little bit. And now I want to sleep like a normal schedule. And then there's stuff that I want to get done besides driving tomorrow between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. So we necesito importante, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, practical stuff that I need to do. So I'm chilling, staying up a little bit, talking to you for a minute, but I will sign off now. I just plugged my phone in. Well, I need to follow this chicken out and get her done.
Severe warnings continue right now. So those storms are still severe warned. Here's one of the Environment Canada maps. Here's our Kelowna guy. And then here's a cluster all through the Okanagan. But here's where our strongest ones are at this end. And these are sort of flankers off that are producing lightning, are wildfire threats. Southeastern Fire Center, this BC zone. Oops, that's a little bit big. Southeastern Fire Center, more like this. Southeast Fire Center. So that's where it's been very dry, and we've had a lot of fires burning, particularly and in the Kootenays as well.
Kootenays.
I'm not sure if anyone's still watching. A couple people still are. I'm going to tune out soon here myself. I really need to eat that lasagna reheated.
Oh yeah, lasagna sounds good right now. Everything sounds good to me right now. I need to go and eat something too. That's all I want to do. I think I want to make me a fried bologna sandwich while this chicken thawed out. I got a loaf of bread I need to use.
There you go.
Yeah, I made me a fried bologna and thaw this chicken and chili chill and get
Two
my
fresh lightning
sleep.
strikes. That one just outside Trail.
All right, deuces, man.
Hillside. That's up Rossland. Driving into Rossland, coming south, and you can look out and see that wide view in that thickly forested area. That's where that lightning just struck. So in plain sight of everybody of Rossland, the town has that stellar view looking that direction. So I'm sure everyone there was like, whoa, in Rossland right now. This other guy's firing kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's Burrell Creek. Got a forestry road there of some sort. That's probably the one that comes out of Grand Forks, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it is. So somewhere in here is where I fought that fire. Wherever Lynch Creek is here. We were on that for, I think, a week. I think that's up here somewhere, actually. It's probably right where, it's probably this road. There's a canyon somewhere and a creek. Either that one or the next one. There you go. I've fought fires in many places. Fresh lightning strikes. Looks like there's some precipitation, at least where that one is. Fresh one. In the hills outside Lake Country, west of Fintry. That looks like it's still trying to move kind of easterly a little bit. So thanks to everybody who's been watching. Please leave a thumbs up, and you know, feel free to leave a donation there. That would be awesome. And tell people about what we're doing. Before we get going, we'll just make sure there's no updates, final updates. So no final updates on the storms. This is probably the freshest information you're gonna find is right now what we're talking about. So that's good. All the more reason why subscribing to my channel and keeping up to date with what we're doing, what's going on in BC. We've spent a lot of time the last 2 days streaming thunderstorms, and we've had some really good ones to look at. There's been a lot of lightning in a lot of places. We still have some very severe thunderstorm behavior going on, and it's all primarily in southern BC. The caribou's really been spared this time around. You just know that our turn's going to come. That's how it works. But when? I'm thinking Saturday. You know, here's where I am out here. Hi. I'm thinking Saturday. It's all going to be in the right place at the right time for us to get a possibly pretty good show. There's that one in Kindersley. I wonder if that's tornado warned. It's got quite the shape to it. They're all severe warned. Nickel-sized hail. Mantario. It's like half Ontario, half Manitoba. It's currently 10 kilometers west of Mantario. Mantario. That's like the funniest. There's so many weird names in the prairies, actually. Like I get a real, I mean, look at some of the, I don't know. Snipe Lake, Progress, Tramping, Winslow, Prairie Dale, Pleasant Valley. Just so many names, so many little towns. And some of them are pretty funny. So thanks to everybody who's been watching. Really appreciate having you all around. And yeah, keep your eyes out there. Saturday does look to be the day for many of us here in north half of BC. And it seems like we got storms coming for the next, you know, here's fresh strikes down by lightning, by Nelson. It's outside wind law, yeah, it's okay. So I like just review the next 2 days. It's Thursday, 10 p.m. Well, we can already see these storms aren't dying off, so these maps are conservative. I think some of those are going to flash for many hours into the night. So Friday, a day we weren't expecting to see a lot of thunderstorms. There's been some change in the forecast in some of the places that have already had storms again, Caribou largely being spared. But southern BC, I bet you another one's going to pop out of that Hope Manning Park, Princeton area. It's been really a showpiece. And then Saturday, that's when that low pressure system moves ashore. And that's when we're going to see, I expect, a pretty good showing in central part of BC. There you go. Even at 9 a.m., some strong thunderstorms popping up. Noon. Some of those are probably going to be severe. North of Prince George, into Prince George, Quesnel. Those are cells that look like they're going to be energetic. For BC standards, at least. So that's what we're looking at over the weekend. And that all kind of moves north into Fort Nelson area on Sunday. So I'm Joey. I'm just broadcasting out of my home here in Wells, British Columbia. And we did, over the course of this stream, record our meteorological radio show that is on in 2 cities. So hope you enjoyed everything that we had to share here. Really appreciate everyone's support always. And if you're anywhere near these storms tonight, do watch out. They've still got their form. This one's a little blotchy. Maybe it's on the move. It's kind of lost a little bit of deepness. Still pretty dangerous, I would think. And then we got a couple here that are pretty deep. Eventually, they're going to transition into a line and try to make their way. And eventually, they'll eat up some of these guys, I guess, and they'll become less severe. They'll start phasing out of their severe status, I would think, soon. But it's that time of night where you expect to see them start to lose some of that energy. There's a couple lightning strikes right outside. Here's the Kettle River. And really no rain going on there. Just a bolt hitting a dry place. But how much rain has there been? So not much expected over the next 12 hours. This is important stuff because we're looking at coming into still a pretty dry and warm period for the next week, 10 days or beyond. So wildfire behavior will not be getting a boost from rainfall much. Next 3 days, well, into the Caribou. Some of this storm energy is finally going to dissipate and dump its guts up here. So we'll probably get some of that rain that you've been lacking, that these storms have been sucking out of everything. And yeah, over the next 5 days, next 10 days. So really, everybody who's getting these bulk of storms right now, you're not looking at any of these fires that come out of this that take root and start to burn. There's not going to be any help from Mother Nature. So this concerning situation, definitely looking at a forest fire season that's not ending yet. That is still ramping up. That maybe some of the most exciting stories are still in the midst of happening. And then we don't know necessarily for a few days how many fires come out of these lightning strikes. Some of them will simmer around and then eventually find something that they like to, they can get going on. So I got to eat something. I'm really hungry. A couple more new lightning strikes again, all through the Kootenays. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming on. I do appreciate it very much. And I guess I'm going to get back to, you're welcome, Tattooed Kitty. I'm going to get back to living my life for a little bit. I still have the meteorological show to produce because what we did was we recorded the show tonight, but I have to make a good copy that's exactly 58 minutes long so we can have some commercials or PSA ads for the radio stations. So, you know, and then I throw in the clips that everyone sent me through the week. So the final copy, when I put it out tomorrow or Saturday, it's going to be different than what you saw us recording tonight, and it's going to be pretty fun. So thanks, everybody. Hit that share, hit that like, tell a friend.